Well, hello YouTube. So, for today, as you can see by the title, we are doing a update to my collection. So, if you had watched my 1 year anniversary video, then I had told you I had a few more figures coming in. And today, I'm going to show you the changes I've made of moving around different figures to different shelves, and the new figures that I've got. So, without further ado, let me get off my tripod. And, we shall start. Come on. Okay, so, yeah, a lot has changed. Alright, so we're going to start from the bottom. Now, I'll always keep this shelf the same. So, here's my Beast Wars stuff. I have my Studio Series Constructicons here, Long Haul Rampage, Scrap Metal, and Hightower. And, if you also want to know if you can see my Rampage's waist, this, black section is, turned around, and I will tell you about how I did that in the review of him, so stay tuned for that. I've moved my Titans Return figures up here on this shelf, and then a new figure that if you guys watch my 1 year anniversary, you guys know I have. MPO2 Toys R Us exclusive Soundwave with custom red eyes. That's my handiwork. So, his eyes were yellow, and I gave him red eyes. Paint, no stickers. And, if you guys don't already know, I mean, this figure is old. You can get the purple Energon cube, and then some printouts for him. I'll show you guys more about that in the review. And also, you can see Trypticon's tail. Who sticking out? We're going to save that for last. I'll show you why that is in a second. And then we have Cybertron Armada, and a little bit of Prime, Legion class, and Angry Birds Transformers up there, and some Transformers alt modes. Now, I'm gonna save the newest stuff for last, because I think that looks the coolest. Alright, let me get situated here. Here is my Bumblebee shelf. Nothing's changed here, except for the fact that for my Dark of the Moon Nitro Bumblebee, I got him arms and legs. So, yay for that. Alright, now going back down here, this is where my Titans Return used to be, and then after that was the Combiners, and then I moved the Combiners. They're still in the same place, so I'll show you where those guys are. But, this is all the Last Night and movie figures that are not Bumblebees. So, every single movie figure I have, besides the Studio Series Constructicons and Bumblebee, is over here. And now moving on to the Combiners. There's Bruticus, there's Superion, I have Combiner Wars Hot Rod here. My, custom tail, Combiner Wars Skylynx, Perfect Effect upgrades, Volcanicus. I got the Prime Masters, Victorion. If you see Rook and how he's silver and green, that was a custom I tried to do and it didn't work out. And he's stuck like that. I'm not going to buy another one because they're really expensive. And then my G1 reissue, Walmart exclusive, Optimus Prime with Defensor. So, now that we've got everything out of the way except for the new stuff, it's time for the new stuff. And I'm sure you guys have already seen these on the channel. But since I've got a few more figures, my Siege War for Cybertron's shelf. Now, I know it kind of looks bland to other people's, but I decided to go out with a battle scene because that's what this line is all about. Oops. Of course. Of course I had to fall over whenever I shot the video. Come here. Six gun, put your blast effect back in your gun, please. Please go back in there. Okay. Fix your feet. Feet's messing up on me. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, I've got the Autobots on this side. I've got my Battle Masters running towards everybody. This is something that I thought was pretty cool. I got Lionizer and Ravage sticking up. If you're wondering why there's blue stuff over here, that's Sticky Tack, because these figures would not be able to hold this pose without it. So, if you want to get your figures like this, Sticky Tack, Dollar Tree, Walmart, it's there. Now, same with Countdown. He comes with the Omega Supreme figure, so yes, I do have Omega Supreme, and I'll show you where he is. But I have him down here because how I have Omega Supreme, if I tried to display Countdown, he'd be kind of hard to see. But then we have Pterodactylon, and then Fire Drive, and then, oh my gosh, everybody's blast effects are getting out of the way. There we go. And then we have Bullet Pipe. And then Megatron and Optimus are shooting at each other with Omega Supreme's blast effects. Laserbeak's just standing over here. There's a blast effect that looks like a giant gunshot. And then I love how I have my Soundwave. I think that looks so cool. Shockwave's in the back on his science hoverboard thing that his armor turns into, if you don't want him standing like that. And then Starscream, I thought it was really neat, because the blast effects can fit inside the jet thrusters in his feet. So I used one of the blast effects to make it look like he was flying, so I thought that was cool. And yes, I'm getting Siege Jetfire, so that way I'll be able to add more realistic look like this one to Optimus and Starscream. And then I don't have Optimus armored up because it takes up too much space. But in the Cybertron show, his trailer did become a weapons platform that he could use, so I've got it in that mode. I mean, it's not in the instructions, but basically you're just taking Optimus off and leaving the trailer, so yeah, I mean, that looks kind of neat. So, now the centerpiece of my collection, as you guys remember, I used to have my Legion class figures right here on the top shelf, and I used to have my TV up here, which I've moved. It's over on another shelf. And that's also where I used to have my Legion class figures. But now, the centerpiece of my collection. And I think that looks awesome. I've got Trypticon and Omega Supreme battling it out. Omega's got Trypticon by the chest. Trypticon's trying to bite him. Omega is like in just the super pushing pose. And if anybody's wondering, let me zoom in on here. Yes, I did paint his eyeballs. I did paint his eyes. If you want to paint yours, there's a screw right here and a screw right there. Unscrew those. Now, he is glued, so you'll have to take an X-Acto knife and be very careful, and you want to cut down this little line right here, which you can see. You're going to have to cut right here. This is rubber, so it'll just pop out of this section. And then his head will just split apart in half, and then the light piping at the top will come apart, and you paint the part of light piping, which goes to his eyes. So I painted them a nice light blue, which makes it look more realistic. But then again, the light piping, let me see. Yeah, it doesn't work. I was using my phone light to see if it would work. But one thing that I love about how I was able to pose Trypticon is if you take Trypticon, and the drastic difference is whenever you do the last step, you have to pull his tail all the way, make sure you bend him down at the knee, give him one ankle click right here. Have him standing back normal on this other leg, whichever way you're posing him. Give him one ankle click, and then you want to take his leg, and instead of having it straight, you want to bring it back one click. That way his leg is facing outwards like that instead of just straight in like the other leg. So, and then what really makes the drastic difference is if you take his head and turn it. See, let me move his head back. If you have his head straight on, God, just like he's standing there, not in a turning pose. But if you take his head and you turn it, I think that makes a lot of difference. And then from the back, it looks like Trypticon is turned at the tail to the head. I think that's very cool. And you can turn it as much as you want, and it gives it more range and more posability is how you want it. Now I gotta scoot him forward a little more. Okay. So. Oh yeah, and also forgot, here's still my Voltron. And then my Jaded Die-Cast metals in the Ark. And there's my hoverboard. So if anybody wants to see how my hoverboard works, here we go. Press the magic button. And it's almost dead. But, anyway. Alright. Turn you off. Okay, anyway. But, as I said in the other reviews, please tell me what figure of, you've got a lot of variety that I've not reviewed yet. So, tell me what review you want to see next. Also, let me know, do you want to see Omega Supreme reviewed first or Trypticon? They both are great. Trypticon is smaller than Omega Supreme. I mean, he's shorter, but he has a bigger city mode, where Omega has a bigger rocket and a more components to him than Trypticon does, which I think is cool that we have diversity. And no, don't even think about asking. I'm not getting the Unicron. I want him so bad. It's not that I don't want Unicron. I want that Unicron so bad. I just don't have the $600. I really don't. Because I checked before the backing in it, and yes, he's funded. Unicron passed 8,000 backers, so there is going to be the Titan class Unicron coming out, which is taller than both of these, in 2021. So that's a long while from now. But I checked, and they had it priced at $575, but after you add tax and shipping, it equaled $600, and I don't have $600. I mean, this guy is awesome, and I spent $160 on him, and I got him on Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, for $70, and he's on sale at Big Bad Toy Store right now for the same $70. So, I just buy what I can afford. I'd save up for, I would save up for Unicron, but I know that it would take me a lot longer to save it than we had left. I mean, they only gave us 2 months to back for him. But, anyway, as I've always said, please let me know what figure you want to see reviewed next. And until next time, this is the Transformers Reviewer saying goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and goodbye.